Hey guys, today I have another cut crease with a little bit of negative space, which is the correct term for that. Which I know that in art, but I didn't know it in makeup. Well, what can I say? Yes, and it's also like a halo eye. It's like three things in one. I've been having with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And yeah, I just want to use like every color, and I've only tapped into a few of them. So today I created this using that palette and of course my Kat Von D palette, the Shade and Light eye palette that I love too. I love Kat Von D products, of course. If you want to see how this look is done, keep watching. Okay guys, we are using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette once again. We'll be using raw sienna, Venetian red, red ochre, cypress umber, and also the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, the eye contour palette to be exactly correct. Last time I said it wrong, I switched the name over. Okay, and my MADLASH mascara from the Balm. Also, Rimmel's Glam Eyes liquid eyeliner and NYC's liquid eyeliner. Yes, 2 liquid eyeliners. That's what I used. And of course, my trusty concealer, Maybelline Age Rewind in neutralizer. Also, this lipstick from Ulta in Pomegranate. Now here are all the brushes I used listed out for you. There are a bunch of little detail brushes, some shaders, some for concealer, and a couple of blenders or blending brushes. Okay, let us begin, shall we? Concealer. Patting it down all over the lid, just a thin layer to start with. Now blending it out with the finger. Blending brush. The big one, this one is from Sonia Kashuk, and the Kat Von D palette in Ludwin is our first shade, which is a highlighting shade, and I'm just applying it as a base. Putting that away. And this brush is from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. It came with the palette, and I'm using the blender side. We're going into raw sienna. And that will be our first transition color. I'm just blending it out on the crease and upwards. Putting that one away and going for a detail brush that is not super tiny, and into Venetian red or Venetian red. I don't know exactly how to pronounce this. I feel like it's Venetian for whatever reason. And this will go right on the crease. This will be our second color for the crease. Just blending it out. Going back to the blending brush and blending that with raw sienna. Putting that away and going into the precision brush from Bhcosmetics into red ochre. This is the third color we're applying to the crease. And we want this right on the crease to begin to darken it. Also to not lose the red to this look. Okay, back into Venetian red and applying a little more, blending it with that red ochre. Back to the blending brush and blending those colors. You want to make sure these are nice and smooth and blended together. Okay, switching back. And now we're going to Cypress Umber. The shade is to darken the crease. Back into Venetian red to blend it a bit together. Putting that away, getting our blending brush and blending again. There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of layering and a lot of blending. Now let's go with a smaller detail brush into Venetian red, and we are just applying it in the inner and outer corner and more along the outer corner and the crease. Now to the concealer brush and concealer, and we're going to start cutting out the cut crease on the center part. Now that we mapped out where we wanted it by applying the first shade on each side, and I want to make sure to saturate the very center with the most concealer. Putting that away, back with a detail brush and Venetian red, and we're going to bring it a little further out on the inner and outer corners. Back into raw sienna, applying it right next to Venetian red, or Venetian red. How do you say it? Tomato. With the tiniest detail brush, we're going into Cypress Umber. And this will really help carve out the crease and create a beautiful contrast between the highlight and the darkness. In other words, the concealer and the eyeshadows. Putting that away and going into this rounded shader brush that is also very small, and the Katvond palette. We're going into another shade that is like a vanilla shade, and we're applying this in the inner and outer corner. Samael is the name of this shade. And then we went into, I think it's Celos, and right on the center, which is the whitest shade. Now with the bigger detail brush, I'm just going to blend these colors. Switching again to Cypress Umber and darkening that outer and inner corner. Venetian red and applying a little more. Switching to the Katvond palette, and we're applying the black shade in this palette, which is called Shacks. Inner and outer corner as well to deepen them some more. Switching back to the bigger detail brush and just blending. And some Venetian red to go underneath. Putting that brush away and going with our liner brush and concealer to create this negative space inner cut crease. I wanted to continue my little negative space cut crease deal. You can do this if you just want to have fun, you know. It adds a little light and a little fun to the look. Now with the detail brush, we are cleaning this up and sharpening it. Put that away. Next, eyeliner. This is Rimmel's Glam Eyes, and I like this one because it is super thin and it helps me get really, really close to the eyelashes. I had intended to do a very thin eyeliner, and then I changed my mind. Switching to NYC's liquid eyeliner, which is my favorite, and doing a regular wing. I didn't want to go too dramatic or too thick because I didn't want to cover up all that work. This is why I also don't really like false eyelashes. I feel like they hide all the work you've done. So I prefer to just keep my natural lashes. That disappeared. And now with the blending brush and the Kat Von D palette, we're going back into Ludwig, and that will be our brow bone highlight shade. Making that disappear, and mascara. Apply mascara on the top and lower lashes. Now, blush brush. This one is from Real Techniques, and my Bhcosmetics Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies palette, which I love. I love this blush, and that's why I use it so much. This is the lipstick I used. I'm skipping this step though. And there is your look. Okay guys, so that was it. It is a very tedious type of look. I hope you like watching the process though, and try it out if you like this kind of thing. If you like to do like detailed stuff and have the patience for it, because let me tell you, it does take a certain amount of patience. Anyhow, don't forget to give my video the thumbs up. Yeah. And subscribe if you're not already part of the MakeupArtistMe makeup lovers. Oh yeah. Rock on. Oh. I have a clicker now. I have to get used to it. Click.
Hey, where's mommy? Oh, that's sexy.
Hey.
Are you filming?
Yep.
Afterwards. Are you filming?
Yes.
You not talk on purpose?
I don't need to talk.
No, I know, but like, it's okay if I talk, right?
Yeah.